Well, it looks like we've got a handle on this whole leadership thing for the time being.
Yeah, hashtags MP, leader, and let's go have been trending on social for the better part of 48 hours, so.
Okay.
I'm
Congrats.
impressed.
Right, hey, but can your source find out if Adela's still trying to trade a rising young star with leadership abilities up the wazoo?
Oh, don't talk about yourself in the third person.
Yeah, it plays terribly with boomers, and that's our most affluent demo.
And don't say wazoo.
And don't dodge the question. It's not that funny. I mean, I really want you to work your source here, Ricky. You know? Or if does Teresa from ticketing still have inside
It's
scoop or
not Teresa
then
from
who is
ticketing.
it, man?
Look,
You're
I'm
gonna
not
tell
telling
me.
you.
You're gonna tell me.
Look, just because you're doing a great job right now does not mean you can let your foot off the gas. Look, I will try and see where Othello's head is at, but you still got to do your thing, all right? Look, nothing's settled on the trade front.
Of course, man, but it only gets better from here, Rick. Trust me.
All right, well, you know, it might be a good idea for you to check in with Coach Graves, too. I mean, he's an ally on this one.
Yeah, I do chat with him every day, but maybe I can see what if he knows what Othello's thinking or doing.
Good. In the meantime, I'll hit up my source, and we'll take it from there. One day at a time, right?
Yes, sir. Only way to do.
Hey, MP, got something for you.
MP, what's up? You ready to put some work in?
Oh, man, you know why I'm here.
That's what I like to see. Let's try another one.
What's up, MP? MP.
Hey, MP, did you get my text? No? Did you get my DM?
Good, MP?
MP, glad you're here. I gotta talk to you.
Yeah, man, I was about to say what's up, but you look a little bit upset.
There's no easy way to say this, but you're out of the starting lineup.
I don't understand why.
It's beyond my control.
But you said you would help me if I stayed out the press.
I can help you.
Okay, how? By doing whatever Othello tells you to do?
Ernest! Get over here! MP, I'd like you to meet Ernest Templeton.
Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too, man. What exactly does Ernest here do?
He's one of the brightest young stars in our analytics department.
Analytics, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He came up with the formula for Teammate Grade, our new all-in-one performance metric.
That was you, man?
It is. Do you like it?
Yeah, I read the documents up on it. Makes a lot of sense. I'm just excited to see it in action.
When you see yourself going up for posterizing dunk, what do you see? A unicorn flying over a rainbow. What I see is a series of zeros and ones in the beautiful pattern of a Wolverine raining down on his opponents. It's mathematical inevitability. I've been working on it for a long time.
Long time, huh?
Yeah, 89, 99, 2009. Time doesn't exist.
There's been extensive research, but we'll spare you the details.
Spare you the details.
Needless to say, it's the new gold standard.
Gold
So
standard.
Boyer wants us to use it as a central pillar in all player
I was gonna say
evaluation.
all of these things. Teammate grade. This is how we change the narrative. How are you going to achieve a better grade than the starter that's currently in place? Here's how you're going to do it.
You hit those goals, and we'll have no choice but to start you. So Boyer will see to it himself.
I got you,
I was
Coach.
just going to say that.
Okay, enough, Ernest. All right, look, we're all pulling for you, MP.
We're all pulling for you, MP.
We know you can do this.
All right, I'm going to get out of here. But I got you, Coach.
I got you, Coach. I knew he was going to fist bump us both.
college prospects, do you think more about how they'll service in year one or what their pro career may be in year two?
Well, I want to focus more on our team's needs and compare them to current you'll be developed that way. Come on.
Let's get busy out there.
Still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talents. Rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
Now here's Fultz. Pass to Suggs. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Well, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Ball dishes to DeRozan. Vucevic. Setting the pick for DeRozan. Count it.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. Going into the first game of the season, he said we have to attack them inside and in transition. See how that works out. If they don't adjust, we're going to keep pressing it. Well, Kevin, that seems like a good idea considering his explosive team that he has. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's DeRozan. The Magic getting the bucket. Step back shot. Orlando grabs the miss. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Now here's Levine. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go.
And that's just an example and display of strength from Vucevic. I mean, just overpowering whoever's in his path.
Chicago shooting their first free throw tonight.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency, solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
Now here's Fultz. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Much respect to Fultz for his attitude. Even when he gets bumped around, he stays with it. Superb body control.
Here's Ball. DeRozan a screen on Fultz. Here's Ball. Bridges with some nice defense. You know, Greg, adding to that for Vucevic, the last 2 seasons, he's been...
Never let up, MP.
No let up.
You got him on the run.
Checked in for Jalen Suggs. And Anthony subbed in for Fultz. And it's tied up with that one. Greg, you've been talking about the best conditioned players in the league, and Miles Bridges is right up there.
Yeah, Miles second in total minutes played during the 21-22 campaign. Only Mikal Bridges, no relation, played more.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Gibson against Anthony. And the pass to Dosunmu. Drummond, a screen. Back to Gibson. The three-pointer is right on target. And Kia and the NBA have a long and great relationship. And now, Greg, they've tapped MP to be a spokesman for the brand.
I mean, guys like Blake Griffin and LeBron have worked with Kia in the past. Good move from them to add MP as the next player to rep their brand.
Drummond passes to Gibson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
You know, as you add experience, you start to see the floor better. That was a sweet find by Drummond.
Gibson against Anthony. And Jones sends it back. Outside, Green. In the corner, Gibson with it. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 4. Here's Hampton. No points in the game yet for him. Drummond working against Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 4. And Gibson kicks to Green. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
So it's Orlando now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Isaac outside. Bull, the pass to Isaac. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And then Carter with the jam.
You know, he doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but Isaac is a willing passer, and I think he's going to continue to grow in that area.
And Gibson kicks to Drummond. Lets the 3 fly. No good from Gibson.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Isaac outside. Pass to Bull. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Hampton misses.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Shots good by Gibson.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now Anthony. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota. Out to the right wing. Isaac against Green. Isaac passes to Anthony. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Gibson for 3. Cans it from downtown. Gibson's got 10 points in the game. It seems everyone wants a piece of MP. It was announced Mobile One will run a campaign centered all around him.
And hard to ignore the star power that MP has started to build. From his time in college until now, he's becoming a household name.
Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. So far, halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. And it's Gibson in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Pass to Levine. Now Gibson, defended by Bridges, shoots from the baseline. No good from Gibson. The Magic trail by 8.
And the Magic have been one of the league's worst offenses in recent years. In fact, it's been over a decade since they've been average in that regard. Drafting a ready-made weapon in Paolo Banchero, they hope can help them take a step in the right direction.
And Isaac takes no time getting this shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
Williams kicks to Levine. Outside DeRozan. Vucevic setting the pick for Levine. And he slams it down right on top of Jonathan Isaac.
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. So for the Bulls, their last game, a win against New Orleans. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
Good place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. Balls checked in for Chicago. Here's DeRozan. Vucevic shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jonathan Isaac. Carter, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Bol comes in for Miles Bridges. Anthony's checked in for Suggs. And it's Hampton for Fultz. Mark, when they're evaluating draft prospects, we always hear about wingspan, arm span. How does that translate to the basketball floor?
Well, it's actually reach factor, Kevin. That's a huge component of defense, particularly when you're talking about guys switching all the time. So the ability to cover ground, to challenge shots from a distance, that's why wingspan is so important. And you think about it, multiple defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, perhaps has the longest wingspan ever recorded at the Combine.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Gibson passes to Dosunmu. Back to Gibson. It's Chicago with another bucket.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Anthony taking his time here. He kicks it to Carter. The pass to Banchero. Driving the lane. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild.
One thank you card addressed to this rep. Nice call.
And then signing DeMar as a free agent, that's a refreshing approach.
First free throw is good.
And the Magic right now, missing that franchise player, might have one of their young talents develop into that, but currently they lack that star.
And as we know, Greg, the NBA is a star-driven league.
Hard to contend without a top 10 player on the roster. The Magic have been patient in their approach, And one player taking a leap this season would be huge.
And the call on the shot that sends it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
For others, terrific rebounder, and the list goes on and on.
Many scouts had Banchero as the safest pick in the draft. Would you agree?
He and maybe Jabari Smith Jr. What separates Banchero a little, he's an elite back to the basket scorer. Those guys have become increasingly harder to find.
Shots good by Gibson.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Hampton misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Banchero, basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more.
Are you crazy? Where's the foul?
3-1.
Starting with the tribute to the city he grew up in.
He literally takes Seattle everywhere he goes. You look at the tat on his right bicep. It has the Seattle skyline, Mount Rainier, the street he grew up on. In terms of his character, that indicates deep roots and a solid foundation he can build on.
Now, here's Hampton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Banchero. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
The 3 from Anthony. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
Taking a look here at Chicago, they've been pretty much the team we thought they'd be. They're kicking into high gear mode every night. I like how they don't take lesser teams for granted. Just a matter of keeping it up for the long haul.
And now let's look back on that first half of play, one that has not been pretty for the Orlando Magic.
They wouldn't be in such a deep hole if they hadn't given up so many offensive rebounds. Getting out hustled, getting moved around, losing possessions. The one thing you can control is effort.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
So on the floor for Orlando, the guard set is Fultz and Suggs. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. Ball against Fultz. Shoots over Ball. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Suggs with the ball. He feeds it to Bridges. 2 points. That one goes. Bridges has got his 2nd bucket.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play, finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Banchero dishes to Carter. Bridges outside. Carter with a screen on Vucevic. Bridges passes to Carter. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Bulls leading by 14. Outside ball. Vucevic down low. Defended by Carter. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 12.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
To the paint. And finished off by Banchero.
And Banchero is putting it all together. Capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
And Gibson kicks the ball. Pass to Vucevic. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists here tonight. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now a timeout called by Orlando. You know, Greg, we talked. And the Magic making a change here as well. Isaac's checked in. Suggs dishes to Fultz. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Count the basket.
Boy, moving the ball with purpose there. Fultz has tremendous offensive potential, and we're seeing him put it all together now.
DeRozan passes the ball. On the wing, Williams. He dishes it to Vucevic. Over Carter. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Williams. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Suggs with a screen for Fultz. Trying to get open is Carter. Fultz, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
On the wing, Bridges. DeRozan defending. Over in the corner, Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 5 assists in the game.
Man, I like the deep ball of Isaac there, man. Has good touch for a big fella, and he shoots it with confidence.
Yes, that goes in. Vucevic has got 18 points.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
Isaac a screen on Ball. Here's Fultz to the left side wing. There's the lob to Bridges. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. The 9-foot shot. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 14 points for him. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
Three of his free throws so far. And here's Fultz. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Ball. Levine is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Baller. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. Back to Gibson for 3. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. 28 points for Baller.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Fultz against Gibson. Passes it to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And so much athleticism from Banchero, that will translate well to the NBA.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Drummond in the post. Carter on him. And that one's good. Drummond.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Fultz, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Stolen by Ball. There's the pass to Gibson. Back to Ball. Ball of a pick from Gibson. Down low. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him and he's going to get the ball to him.
Here's Fultz. Pass to Banchero. Carter with a screen on DeRozan. Bridges passes to Fultz. Clock at 4. Over to the left wing. Another miss by Orlando. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. And Drummond throws it down.
Boy, that fancy alley-oop right there, that move by Drummond, the result of excellent communication with his teammates.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Fultz, the pass to Suggs. Here's Banchero. Over DeRozan. And it's Banchero missing.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Inside, and Drummond kicks to Gibson. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Levine gets the bucket.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Fultz trying to get open as Carter. And a beautiful finish by Fultz.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Drummond up top. Outside DeRozan. Kicks it to Ball. On the wing, Levine. Over to the wing. Here's Gibson. And that comes off the assist by Levine. That's now 32 points for Baller.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now Fultz. Puts it up from 12, and Gibson sends it back. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
Here are the Magic now. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
With the fadeaway. Fultz, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
To the inside. No good from Gibson.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Levine sets the screen for DeRozan. Shot's good by Gibson.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Gibson against Fultz. And
all credit to him for putting that kind of effort into his rehab so he could get back out on the court.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Drummond. Derek Jones comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's Alex Caruso in for Lonzo Ball. Orlando also making some changes. Mo Wagner's checked in for Wendell Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Hampton for Suggs. Fultz against Gibson. Passes to Banchero. To the middle. DeRozan against Isaac. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. In the games. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Ripped away. For three, Gibson. Another three for Chicago.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Banchero dishes to Anthony. He kicks to Hampton. Wagner with a screen for Hampton. 5 on the clock. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Chicago's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
On that one, and it threw him off just enough.
That's good from Anthony.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
And the Magic making a change here. Bowles checked in. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. Isaac's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Shots good by Gibson. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Isaac a screen on Jones. Banchero passes to Isaac, and Isaac throws it down.
Outstanding footwork from Isaac on that play. Breaks up the defense and gets himself a good shot.
Now here's Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Off target from three-point range.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Hampton with the ball. Now guarded by Gibson. Hampton kicks to Banchero. Anthony on the wing. Defended by Caruso. The shot by Hampton with no one around. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight. Gibson for 3. Hampton on the double team. Jones finds Green, and it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to Anthony. The 19-foot shot. Again, the Magic score.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Baldwin.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And Isaac comes to help. Gibson passes to Caruso. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Shoots a fader. And that one hits back iron.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
What'd I tell you? They got your boy MP back on the bench.
Took him long enough.
Then way too long.
Sometimes you can't look away from a train wreck. They probably was mesmerized by all that failure.
I think you mean hypnotized, though.
No, I mean mesmerized. I know what I mean, Pookie.
Well, I'm just saying, man. I'm trying to help you out.
Thank you for your concern.
Hey, you know I got you, bro.
You got me paying your bills is what you got me.
Yeah, but come on, I'm a bargain. I don't know if you know, but I'm a pretty high demand, bro.
like at a heavy metal show. The only way. The time travel.
What's up, everybody? Oh, hold on. What's your question, John?
Thanks, MP. Can you tell us about the decision to move you to the bench?
I mean, from day one, I've always said I'm happy to come, from any points of the court. Off the bench, on the bench, whatever. Just think about Manu. He's a Hall of Famer, and he came off the bench as well. I mean, if Coach thinks I need to come off the bench to help us win, I'm riding with Coach on this. I'm all for it.
It's tough for me to see the logic behind your benching from a performance perspective.
Exactly.
I mean, is there something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? Maybe like a disciplinary action situation?
Nope. Nothing like that.
Okay, so then tell me, does the benching feel vindictive to you?
Vindictive? For what?
I don't know.
I mean, if you don't know, then I definitely don't know. You're as plugged in as anyone else, Nate. Talk to me.
I guess. Well, thanks anyway.
Mm-hmm. No more questions? Cool. Yeah, take it easy.